First, with hip work on the up, just without any quality changes, just all the way from the beginning, you're gonna start with knees bent. And the deeper the knee bend, the higher you're gonna be able to get your hips. So with your legs straight, try lifting your hips. It's not gonna work. So then bend your knees, find a neutral position for your pelvis, which means that you're going to keep this curve in your low back. And relax your low back, support it with the abdomen. So then you're gonna draw one hip up toward the rib cage while keeping the rib cage still, and then the other hip up toward the rib cage. So we're gonna do that a bunch of times. So up, and basically, just imagine that instead of your pelvis being your center of gravity, as it normally is, that your rib cage is your new center of gravity, and your hips are just hanging like scales. So up, up, and arms in the position of your choice. So here's the trick. If you're new to this, you're naturally gonna shift your weight side to side. Over time, you're really gonna try to minimize that. So your ribs are floating and your hips are coming up toward your ribs. Shoulders are relaxed. And no matter what you're feeling, it's helpful to get in the habit of always looking like whatever you're doing is easy. So up. This is the foundation of all of the other hip work on the up that we do. So we'll just take a few more moments, come back to this whenever you need to. So I like to call this one a naked hip up because there's no lock on it, there's no quality on it, it's just the pure isolation. So we're just gonna do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's basic hip work on the up. Now to make a bump, you're gonna do hip work on the up, but you'll be on your diagonal. And I'll show you from the front first and then I'll turn around. It doesn't matter which side, you can mirror me. So first your hips and your knees and your shoulders are gonna be on your diagonal, and then you're gonna rotate forward so you're still performing toward the audience. So you'll have this little spiral. So first you're gonna do the same hip work that we just did, which is keeping the ribs nice and stable, and bring your hip up toward the ribs. And you'll notice that my front leg is bent, my back leg, supporting leg, is bent just a little bit, and it's not absolutely straight. That would make it difficult to get a nice big movement, but it's not as bent as the downstage leg. So here, we're gonna start changing the quality just a little bit for these bumps. So instead of just bringing it straight up without an energy change, you're gonna do a little bit of a, I like to think of it as a kiss. Like your hip is kissing your ribs, it's like, mwah. And you're not kissing it hard. You're not going, you're just going, mwah. So it's just a little soft meeting of the hip bone and the rib bone. So it's up, up. So let's do the other side. And so you're gonna spiral open, relax. Here we go, and up, 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 up. And in a moment, we're gonna do some stuff with the arms, but for now, if they get tired here, you can just bring them down. You can also bring them overhead. So as you are drilling this, parts of your body may meander to different places. So just notice if you have the tendency to sort of lean back. Many fusion dancers bring the ribs forward. So what you're going for is keeping the ribs right over the pelvis the whole time, keeping the belly contracted and the low back relaxed. Okay, so you got your little kiss now. Up, up, up. Okay, so if you need to do that a little more, go ahead and rewind. I'm gonna turn around and bring the next part into it. So we're still on the diagonal, rotate forward. Now there's gonna be a little addition of some foot movement. So imagine that you have a big button under your foot, and when you push it down, it clicks and brings your hip up. So you have to push the button down to bring the hip up, and you have to release the foot to release the hip. So you bring the foot down and bring the hip up. So here we go. You're going to hips off the floor, foot down, hip up, and then release it. And up, and release it. Good. And up, and release, and up, and release. And up, a couple more. Up, up. Good, keeping the spine nice and long. And now we're gonna double. And we're gonna go touch, and up, and up. You might notice the support or the work in the supporting leg. Good, make sure that you touch down every time you bring the hip up. Okay, all right, other side. So, hips on the diagonal, spiraling forward, arms relaxed. Bring the foot up to begin, and then you're gonna go down with the foot, up with the hip, and release. So while we're doing this, I'll give you guys some frequently, how do I say this? Stuff I see in class is just wrong. Sort of, not really. But stylistically, what I see a lot is a level change here. You wanna make sure that you stay nice and low. So you're gonna go up and keep your level really low. Make this really, really isolated. And then double. Up, up, up. Good, and bring the weight to the outside edge of the right foot. Make sure you don't roll in on that supporting leg. Up, up, up. Okay, good. So once you've got that going and you keep your level nice and low and you don't do any level changes as you're bringing the hip up, coordinating the foot and the hip can be a little challenging, but just keep working on that and you'll get it. Once you're there, then you're gonna add the arms. So the arms are up overhead to start, elbows straight out to the sides, and you're gonna bring the downstage arm, the one closest to the audience, across, out, and up, and then the upstage, across, out, and up. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then sometimes it goes the other way out. So just follow along with the arms. So we're gonna start where we finished with up, 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 up. And then we're gonna go across, out, up, across, out, up, across, out, up, across, out, up. Okay, other side. So to the diagonal, spiraling forward. The downstage foot is on the ball of the foot. Arms up. Here we go. And across, out, up, across, out, up. Good, keeping the low belly contracted. Neck is long and relaxed. Keep the low back relaxed. Across, out, up, across, out. Okay, other side. So now we're gonna do out, across, up with the arms. And we're gonna speed up the hips. So we're gonna go up, 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 up. And again, what I love about this so much is this softness while keeping while keeping the same level, not having a level change. So we're gonna go arms same speed, across, out, up, across, out, up. And you might notice a little flourish before you start. To be honest with you, I never worked on that. That will just probably happen the more you do this. Very, very gentle nod in the direction your arm is going. Okay, other side. 5, 6, here and out. Okay, so that's basic hip work and bumps.